From now on, my full-time job is finding a guy who's going to take care of me.
You guys are responsible for me and everything else that comes with me.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the MST channel where we talk about all things hypergamy. We are back with the sequel to In Too Deep, Gambling for a Married Man's Heart, only this one is called In Too Deep, Carrying a Married Man's Baby. Book number 2, Chapter 1, Maria. It's been about 2 months since the big incident where my best friend was almost shot. Since then, Sheila put both her apartments on Airbnb and moved to Houston. I oversee the apartments for her by going in to make sure the housekeepers are doing their jobs correctly and check for any damages. Mike has tried to call her for weeks and she paid him dust. She wanted nothing to do with him. Sheila wanted to get away from Mike and Kathy as far away as she could. She even changed her number last week because Mike has been calling her from different phone numbers. I don't blame her. Almost getting killed by his wife would have scared me as well. Mike's wife got off scotch-free with 2 years of house arrest and anger management classes. Her sister wasn't charged. I'm still working for Kathy's sister Jessica and her husband John Witherspoon, who still have no clue that I'm Sheila's friend. Mike moved out of the home he shared with his wife Kathy and rented a loft downtown. I heard Miss Jessica saying Kathy wants nothing to do with Mike. Sheila is doing great and is becoming quite the socialite in Houston. I can't wait to go visit her, and I'm so happy she has found peace. As for me, I decided not to go to school right now. Jessica hired me as a full-time nanny, and the money was too great to turn down. Of course, my sister was disappointed that Sheila and I wouldn't join her in college, but honestly, I didn't want to rack up any student loan debt, and this job would be my way out. I have a huge secret, but we'll talk about that later. At the Witherspoons household, I stayed in the small guest house at the back of the main house. I had a bedroom, living room, kitchen, and bathroom all to myself. My bedroom faced the pool in the backyard. Coming from where I came from, this was definitely an upgrade. But let's be honest, I wanted the big leagues. I didn't want to be a nanny forever. I don't pay rent, and I have no bills whatsoever except my phone bill. All I did was pocket my earnings, which felt great. Also, I got a raise from $800 to $1,500 weekly. I was able to completely change out my wardrobe and bought myself some really nice equipment, such as a Mac laptop and 2 brand new iPhones. Why do I need 2 phones? You will find out soon. I turned off my second phone and walked over to the main house to get baby Nick ready for school. "Good morning," I greeted as I entered through the kitchen door. "Good morning, Maria," Mr. and Mrs. Witherspoon greeted me. "Nick is still sleeping," said Miss Jessica. "Would you like some breakfast, Maria?" "No, thanks, Miss Jessica," I replied. "Should I wake Nick up?" I asked. "Sure, go ahead," said Miss Jessica. "He will get grumpy with you, though," she joked. Baby Nick loved his morning sleep, so she was right. I went and got Nick up for school. Every morning I would get Nick up and give him a bath. I then brushed his hair and got him dressed. While he played a game on his tablet, I would prepare his favorite, mini waffles and scrambled eggs. As I sat and fed baby Nick, Mr. Hodges wished me a good day, kissed his wife and baby Nick goodbye and headed to work. Mrs. Jessica had an early tennis tournament today, so she left shortly after. They gave me their Toyota Venza to drive Nick to and from school every day and to run errands for them during the day if needed. After Nick finished his breakfast, I let him gargle his mouth with kitty mouthwash and we were off to school. About 10 minutes later, I dropped off baby Nick and headed to the mall. I went to return some red bottom shoes that were uncomfortable as fuck. I changed inside the car because I didn't know who I would meet walking around this luxury mall. I put on my Versace heels with a tight black Versace dress and switched out my ready-to-wear wig. With Nick being in school and his parents off working and doing their activities during the day, I often use this extra time to either go freestyling or make some extra money online. I returned the shoes and went straight to La Perla. I needed a sexy lingerie for tonight's show. Oh, yes, that's my first secret. At night, I do live cam modeling, but I never showed my face. I always wore a sexy lace mask as my disguise. At first, I did it for anyone that paid my fee, but one particular guy paid me thousands to be exclusive to only him. Tomorrow is his birthday, and I wanted to do an extra sexy show for him. His favorite color is emerald green, so I picked out the sexiest emerald green satin lingerie with thigh-high stockings. As I was checking out at the register, I got a delivery confirmation from DHL that my 28-inch auburn wig was delivered. The auburn hair would have completed my sexy Jessica Rabbit look for my special client's web show tomorrow. I then went to Cinnabon and got a cinnamon roll and lemonade. I then headed to the bakery to pick up a mini cake to spice up tomorrow's webcam show for my birthday client. It was easy for me to go all out because he paid me $2,000 per show twice a week for 30 minutes. So I made sure my props were always on point. After I got back in the car, I changed back into my aloe set and changed my wig back from the sleek straight one to the body wave bob. Later that afternoon, after picking up Nick, Miss Jessica called me and told me to come over to the main house. As I walked in, I noticed a tall woman standing there. "Hello," I greeted. "Maria, this is Brenda." "Hi, Brenda. I'm Maria. Nice to meet you." "Hi, Maria. Nice to meet you as well," Brenda said as she extended her arm out for a handshake. Miss Brenda here is the party decorator. She should be here tomorrow after you get back from dropping off Nick at school. She will set up the place for John's birthday party tomorrow. And there you have it. That was chapter 1 of Into Deep Carrying a Married Man's Baby. Okay, so as you can tell, there's a little bit of plot twist here at the end. So you know tomorrow is going to be super exciting. We are going to take a look at what happens with the whole birthday situation. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.